reaction to the news that Osama bin Laden is dead?
Um, I'm glad that part of this terrorist action that we pursued since 9/11 has come to fruition, and we got the so-called leader of all this terrorism. It doesn't bring back my son, and that I think is the heartache as I've been listening to all of this news, is that I'm glad they found him. I'm glad they did what they had to do to him. But I think of Lenny and the other 52% of the people that have not been identified from that tragic day that are still laying in remains in New York City. And I say, for what purpose is all of this? So I guess to answer your question, I guess I should be happy he's dead, but it doesn't close anything for me.
I know you well enough now. We've gone back 10 years, different
Hmm.
anniversaries, and I hear that quiver in your voice for sure.
Hmm. And as I said from the beginning of this, as hard as it is for me to say that, this isn't the end of all the things that we're going to face in the future. Unfortunately, this is going to be, I hate to say that I'm ever a Bible scholar because I'm not, but the 100-year war that everybody has predicted or has talked about, I think this is going to go on for a long time. I don't know whether or not I'll ever see the end of it, but I think when it does happen, I know I won't be around when people sit down and accept each other for what they are and go back to their churches, synagogues, and mosques and just pray to their God and stop trying to change other people's attitudes.
Let me ask you this. What are your feelings in terms of him dead as opposed to being captured alive? Does that even matter to you?
No, it doesn't make any. It didn't make any difference. As a matter of fact, Lori, I've always felt that they got him in one of those drone strikes a long time ago. Only because we haven't heard from him. He hasn't. We have never heard any tapes. I never knew if those tapes that we have heard over the last couple of years were actually his voice or pieced together tapes. What we can do with the technology we have today all over the world. So I didn't know. I just would like to see them all say, "This is it." If his death would create that, that this is it. Okay, let's give it up. But I don't think it's going to happen. So his death is just. I'm happy that we caught him. I'm happy that we sent the word around to the world. You come here and you want to play hardball, you're going to get twice as much hardball back.
Well, let me follow up on that. Then what do you think will come in terms of retaliation from Al Qaeda?
Well, according to what I'm listening to over here, I guess everybody's going on some sort of alert, around, and I even flipped over a couple, and they're saying around the world that a lot of the leaders around the world are saying there possibly could be retaliation, not only here in the United States, but in other places in the world. So I don't know what's going to happen from this. My own thought for my own feeling is, if any of this could bring back Lenny, I'd be happier. Let's put it that way.